blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Hi kids, it's Teacher Lina. Today's video is about your center splits because I've been getting too many questions from you girls about how to get your center splits. I do want to tell you girls that your splits, your stretches, your side splits, or anything that looks extreme that you have or have maybe been seeing on Instagram or wherever, those things are not important without an amount of strength, okay? But there is a degree of flexibility that you want to achieve so you'd be comfortable in lifting your leg, or maybe a looseness that you want to achieve. So I do feel like it's not always or all about your center splits, but then of course we want to work on our center splits. You don't need them to have over or too much, or you know, you can just work on them as straight and long. Just remember that the objective again is not just split and split and split, okay? It doesn't make you a good dancer to know how to split. Alright girls, but I will give you some exercises that might help you, which you can use with our other video, the side split video. So I hope that this video helps you. You can do it together so that you can do both while you're working on your splits. Okay, so let's start with something really basic. And I'm going to show you the sets of exercises that we're going to do so that we can do them together. The first one being our butterflies. So we've done this before. We'll do some forward bends and your butterflies. Alright. My favorite that you girls all know is the reaching out. We're going to reach out not just and turn in today, but I'm going to ask you to turn out your feet like this. Yeah. And I'm going to ask you to flex your toes and also do some in point, because there is a different stretch that you feel when you turn in and when you turn out. So we have to work both of those. All right. We're going to do some turn out off the floor, where I also ask you to do this, but this time with a straight leg. And we're going to work on grabbing your leg from under or from the top. If you cannot reach the under part, is fine. Okay, so you can work on those stretches. We'll also do a downward dog. We do this in jazz class, or you maybe do this in jazz class, to open up your shoulders and your chest. This is really important. And if you take teacher's anatomy class every Saturday, you should know how your back and your spine and everything is connected to your body. So we're going to do a long stretch like this for your hips, for your shoulders, for everything down there, and your core. Remember not to arch your back. And then let me try to remember. We'll do a second position sit like this, and we're going to do a lunge, this time not just to the front like what we do for your center splits, for your side splits, but we'll do a side lunge, and we'll point your toes also here, and then we'll go here, yeah, and we'll do it to the other side also. So crawl like a spider to the other side, and then get to the other side like this. Okay girls, and then we're going to work on this one where we flex and turn out our foot. Yes, turn out your foot. And this is really important. You'll feel the big stretch here. And try to forward bend. And I like to do this whenever I have the time, okay? And then we'll get to our splits. So we're going to go through those exercises together. Are you ready, girls? You better be. All right, let's start. So we're going to start with the bounces. And 8, yeah. And try to arch your back. We're going to alternate arching and releasing. Let's just loosen up our bodies. And 2. This is why we start with bounces. And up. So relax your shoulders. And 3. Take deep breaths. And 4. And up. And 5. And up. Last one. And 6. Relax your shoulders. And up. Okay, now let's forward bend. Try to reach forward. If you cannot reach forward, you can just try to reach as far as you can. And then head down. If you can go lower like teacher, you'll feel big stretch here in your back and everything. Just don't force yourself, just let your body drop and reach out, okay? Let's stay here for a while. And 1. Alright, now we're going to stretch your legs. Shake your legs and we're going to stretch our arms. Let us reach forward, teacher's favorite stretch. Now flex your toes and point them. And flex your toes and point. Okay, now let's do a turn out and turn in. Let's just rotate 8 times. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now reverse and reverse your feet. 2 and 3. Again, take it from your inner thighs, girls, not your knees or your feet. And 8. Now flex and let's turn out. Now we're going to turn out, and I want you to turn out and try to forward bend, this time with a flex and turn out. It's a lot harder. Flex and turn out, and then you'll really feel it at the back of your legs. Ooh, and then forward bend. Let's count. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, another set. And try to grab this time from the back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Alright. Yeah, extra stretch over there. Okay, now we're going to grab our ankle, stretch your leg, and I want you to, if you cannot grab from the bottom like what teacher's doing, you can grab from the top. It's perfectly fine, and then gradually work your way through the bottom of your leg. Like you can start here and then maybe later on end up in the top, okay? Otherwise, you can just hold this part. Yeah, so we're going to hold, and 1, 2, and turn in and out. 3, and 4, yep, and 5, and 6. You can use the help of your other hand. 7, just don't force anything. 8, and let's go to the other leg, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So one leg is a little more flexible than the other. Let's do another set and just stay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Last one to the other side. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just keep it in front of you. 7 and 8. Okay, shake your legs. Now let's do stretch for your back. And I showed this earlier. Just reach and then long back. Head down. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8, 7. Stretch your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, let's do a lunge. So we'll start with this lunge. We've done this in our side split exercises. This is also important for your center splits. And stretch. Now we're going to flex our foot and we're going to turn it out and forward bend. Keep it turned out. 2. Instead of turn in. 6, 7. We need this for later. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And turn it out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Now let's do a side lunge. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now point your toes. 6. Make sure you don't sit on your butt. Just really stretch and flex. It's not a sit. It's a big stretch here. And point your toes. Now let's do the other side. And I'm going to face away from you guys. Yeah. 1. It's just the same thing. 3, Point your back foot. 5, 6, 7, and 8. Remember to flex and turn out your front leg, yeah? 1, turn it out. 2, 3, 4, 5, and you should feel the stretch here when you turn out your front leg. One more set, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and turn out your front leg again. 2, 3, turn it out and really flex your foot. 5, 6, hey girls, 7, and 8. Okay, now we go to the side. Flex first. 2, 3, 4, and point. 6, 7, and 8. Flex. 1, really flex. And 3, 4, and point. 6, 7, and 8. Okay, now let's move on to, sorry, I forgot this stretch. So second position and big. Just an extra stretch. 8 counts. 6, 7, and 8. Let's do the other side. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, get onto your floor. We're going to do a half split, so not a full split. I want a half split. Don't underestimate your half splits. They can be hard when you don't do them all the time also, and it works also parts that you don't know, okay? So make sure you point your toes. We bend to the side. Yeah, sometimes half splits are harder than full splits. So half. Stay, just half. Keep your hip down, okay? So don't bring your hip up with you. And 7 and 8. Now repeat that half split. And 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Keep smiling. 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now let's do the other side. So point your toes and reach out. 1, 2. The side is tighter. 4. One side is always tighter. 6, 7, and 8. 8, 7. Try to keep your ribs in. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And let's redo that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're going to get into our splits. Now we're going to do first a split the way you normally would do it. For me, because I warmed up, it's quite loose already. And you want to keep your turn out when we bend forward. So we don't want our feet to come in like this with our butt. We want to stay there and still be able to keep our turn out as we forward bend. If you can see my turnout foot, let me move this way so you can see this other leg. So this leg does not move. Do you see? So it doesn't do this or go down. So it just stays there. Yeah, so you want that kind of flexibility. If you cannot go down, you can reach out first and stay here. For me, it doesn't matter how low you go. Let's work it slowly, okay? But if you can, try to get down without moving your legs. Just stay here. We'll count to 16, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Very good. All right. Another way I used to work with my splits when I was a beginner, I remember there was a time that I lost my splits. I was really young and then I was doing my splits all the time and I was a really flexible girl. But then I stopped ballet and not really stopped, more of I took like a summer vacation, went back home to Japan, came back, totally lost all my flexibility. Not all, but I wasn't as flexible. So I had to rework my center splits. And my teacher always made me work backwards. So she would ask me to lie down on the floor and stretch my legs and then open it. Yeah, so that really helped me also, maybe the gravity. And what you do want to watch out here is not to push your knees because you will get a lot of pain here. Yeah, if you don't warm up properly. But if you did everything that we did earlier properly, you should be fine. And I used to work my splits like this a lot until I was able to do them like this, the way that they are. Try not to bounce like what I just did. It's not okay. Like, don't do this and like you know, like force your knee into anything, because you will start having pains here. And some if you still don't know how to distinguish good and bad pain, I wouldn't suggest doing it. You just stay here. You can lie down. You can get a book and you can start reading and stay in this position first. Yeah, you can flex your foot, point your foot, flex your foot, point your foot, just to get the feel of that. And then to end, what I like to do is I would do this backward kind of baby pose to help also with turnout. It will really stretch around my hip area. Yeah, and just stay there. And that's all. So this is all for our center splits. So yeah, so I hope that this video will help all of you, or some of you who are trying to get more straighter splits. So these also help with your side splits. Like, these sets of exercises definitely do help with your side splits. Again, consistency is key, and you cannot get everything in one day. You do have to work on it. Sometimes, or some days, we can be more flexible. Some days we do have to adjust. It depends on what you did in the day. It also depends sometimes on what you eat, and like what you were doing maybe made your body tight. So just observe your body, write down on your dance journals, and I do hope that this video helps you and gives you the chance to lower your splits. So let me know if you want to hear anything on Teacher's YouTube channel or Teacher Lina's YouTube channel. Yeah, I know this is for mostly my kids, but if you guys don't subscribe yet, please do help us and let us know what else you'd love to hear. And yeah, we'll see you till next time. And this has been Teacher Lina of Dance by Lina, Studio Dance by Lina, and I hope you enjoyed. We'll see you again.